Dicey Bastards.
6 writers face off by a roll of the dice. They'll fight dirty, leave nothing behind but fingerprints and a tall tale. Stealing hearts, breaking parts, with plenty of time to kill.
They're dicey, but never fair bastards. Death is always made dicey. You know they can't be trusted bastards. Come on and join the Dicey
Hey there, Aryan Deviants, Junior Adventures, and friends. Welcome to the next episode of the Dicey Bastards, Season 2. I'm MK Gibson, your host, Dungeon Master, and author of such books as the Technomancer series, the Shadow Master series, of which the Villains Academy will soon be out on audio, I'm told by my narrator. Quote, soon. Who do we have with me today? Let's start with Robert Bevan. Bobby B, how you doing, sir?
Hello, friends. Doing all right. How are you?
You know what? That's the first time anybody's ever asked me. I appreciate that, sir. Thank you. I am doing well.
Don't ask him how he's doing. We don't care. Move on.
I don't care. I mean, it's polite.
I don't care.
Like, I only am asking you because it's in the fucking script. But how are you doing, Bevan? Who are you?
Doing all right, yes. I'm supposed to introduce myself and everything?
Sure, if you want to.
All right, yeah.
10 years in.
Anytime now. It was the best of times.
You don't care how I'm doing.
Actually, I do. I legitimately care. You know, I even wrote to you today and said, I hope you have fun, blah, blah, blah. So you piss off.
You wrote to me to make sure I'd show up.
And what did I say after that? Like, you said I planned my whole weekend around this. And
Things could have more than one purpose.
I said, I really hope it's worth your time today. So clearly it's not. So show your shit and let's move on.
That's
Hello,
more like
friends. Robert Bevan here, author of the Caverns and Creatures series of comedy, fantasy novels, and short stories. On here I play the role of Jorcerer, the sorcerer with the Morcerer. And there you go.
Yeah, pretty good, dude. All right, the man with no elf esteem, Rick Waltieri. How you doing, sir?
I'm almost kind of afraid to answer that question now. But
actually. You have no elf esteem? Yeah.
No. What the hell am I doing? Because considering how the last one went. But I'm kind of method gaming today. I just came in from doing yard work, so I'm pretty sure I smell about as good as Moog normally does.
I thought you were going to say, I'm better the game today. I just came in from murdering an elf.
I just choked out to some kid with pointy ears. I don't know. I might be going to jail.
I'm a Vulcan. You look like an elf to me, bastard.
It's like that one Vulcan who goes to the Renaissance Fair and Waltieri's just on him like big on stink on shit. Choking him down.
If that were the case, I wouldn't be admitting it on the air. Anyway.
No one's listening.
That is the shittiest alibi I've ever heard.
John O's listening, and he's probably just waiting to call the FBI on us. Anyway, my name is Rick Waltieri, and I play Moog Face Eater. In real life, I write several things, but my latest one, Mike the Werewolf, will be almost done soon, and until then, go pick up the audiobooks of Time Chaser and Boar War.
Love it, dude. All right, Mr. Hayes, how you doing, sir?
Half horse, half horse, half horse, half horse. He runs across the kingdom as fast as he can go. But to keep using this song will trigger copyright. So, my name is Drew Hayes. I'm the author of books such as Superpowers, NPCs, Villain's Code, and in this game I play Cabert the Expedient.
I don't even know what song that was.
Dr. Horrible Sing-Along blog, shout out for all the deep cuts.
It wasn't Mr. Ed. I know that.
It was not. I already used Mr. Ed. I'm having to dig deeper on horse content.
I don't know if this was like because I'm not a theater guy. Like, did they sing this in Les Mis or some shit like that? I don't know.
No, I will eventually find a way to work in a Cabert riff on a Javert song, but we'll get there. We'll get there. We got to build. Man.
Hey, we got time.
We're waiting for a horse with no name next.
But he has a name. It's Cabert. I just established that.
There's some sort of horse-orientated copyright lawyer out there who's just waiting for Drew to slip up.
He's like he had the timer just waiting as right as I cut off. Motherfucker!
5.59. Damn it. The lady who will outlive every single one of us, Ms. Kaplan. How are you, ma'am?
I'm great. I'm 123 years old, and I'm waiting for you all to pass away so I can get your copyrights.
I'm 1, 2, 3 this many.
I'm with you three. I'm Emily. I play Claudia the Rogue. I write Josie Tucker mysteries, and I believe the game is afoot today, hopefully.
I hope so as well. Let's see who else is afoot. Steve, you afoot?
I don't know, man. It's been a long weekend, maybe. Anyway,
Okay.
I'm Steve Weverall. I play Stan Dandyliver.
You could be abreast. Oh, sorry.
Well, yeah, probably. I mean, I'm not in great shape. Yeah, I had a line there, but you've just fucking derailed it. Buy my books on the internet. Go game.
You know what? I'm going to skip over all the shilling crap. Hey, you know what? We're Authors and Dragons. You know who we are. Go to Discord. Go to our Patreon. Go to, what is it? Dasherly? Haberdashery? Go buy our crap.
Dasher.com, buy a t-shirt.
At this point of the game, folks, you know who we are. Go buy our stuff. You know who we are. Support us in some way. Share it with your friends. Share everything. But we got a game to play, so let's get into this game. Greetings all, this is Connie, Stan's Conscience, how are you? When we last left the Dicey Bastards, they'd snuck onto the Grand Whimsy inside of cargo crates. But as it turns out, all they had to do was walk on board and just get on the ship, because the crew knew that some tomfoolery was afoot. After meeting with the crew's director, Julie, the team were informed that Captain Von Munchrugger that a murder had taken place on the vessel. 5,000 gold and unlimited passage aboard the Grand Whimsy up for the team that discovered the culprit. Would it be the Dicey Bastards or the totally innocent party? The crew was then shown the body of an elf named Beth, who was Julie's replacement. Poor Beth. Jorcerer, going into detective mode, demanded that everyone touch him and use his accumulated filth for fingerprints. After a few rolls of the dice, the team found out that Beth was not killed by anything of the natural world. Growing bored with murder, Stan led the team back to the stateroom for prep for merriment, relaxation, and whores. Each team member had a cup that magically filled with whatever drink they desired, within reason. Jorcerer, still in detective mode, demanded that cup be filled with the killer's blood and then later sweat. After tasting frothy beverages, Jorcerer got a sense of something infernal. Determined, he then sniffed, licked, and Lord knows what else with the entire team. And that's where he picked up. Everybody feeling totally violated with Jorcerer having sniffed all of you.
We did take a shower for exactly 8 minutes, I think.
You know, hearing that description, it reminds me that, originally Sherlock was meant to be very off-putting and uncomfortable, and, modern Sherlock captures that by just having him be a quippy asshole, but if we're really being honest, Jorcerer is capturing that vibe perhaps more fundamentally than the modern translation.
Now, I remember sniffing everyone and their sweat, but I don't remember the infernal part. Is that to say that, is demon sweat?
Well, yes, actually. So when you did your rolls and you did your checks and you wanted to know about this blood and you were sniffing the blood and then you change it. You try to get the blood analyzed and you try to pass the cup over. The blood disappeared because it's personalized to you. You then asked for a cup of the killer's sweat and you sniffed it, tasted it, drank a little bit of it, almost puked it up, but didn't. But because you've been around your closet and Moog's, you guys your closet and your imp. So Jimp and I forget the closet's name. Karen, they are both of infernal things. You definitely got a hint that something about this killer is infernal.
Interesting.
Stan will return from the shower in a robe, Speedos, and his hat.
And Moog would just like to clarify, murderer or killer is harsh words. Moog likes to think of elf killer as hero.
You're right. We can't judge anyone until we have the complete facts, Moog. How very fair of you. Anyway, I'm sure justice is afoot.
Remember, this is still the morning. So you guys got there early in the morning. You can talk to the captain. So this is still the same day. So it's roughly it's 9, 10 a.m. by this point.
Justice is the body part of your choice.
So would anybody like a breakdown of the variety rooms again that are aboard the Grand Whimsy?
I think we went through this extensively. I seem to remember there was whores.
Yes. You have the
okay.
Okay, well, I was going to run down, but okay, no, I'll shut up. So,
yeah, there's a whorehouse and there's a holodeck. What else do we need?
Whores make sweat.
That is true. But for the listeners or for the group, one more time, you've got the spa, known as the Pamper Champ, the gym, the Flex Deck, the bar, restaurant, the Impossible Taste, the pool, Wet Dreams, survival games, Play Your Day Away, the theater, Showboating, the sex club, No Holes Barred, the library, the Book Nook, the zoo, Pandemonium, theater camp for your inner thespian, obstacle course, Hodgepodge Dodge, and the yoga studio known as Bend You Over.
All right, a lot of these could produce sweat.
Yes. But I liked your first idea. I mean, it's true. Did anyone here have any reason why a sex worker might not sweat? No, I didn't think so. Somebody chucked that man a Jorcerer snack. Good one, Jorsey.
You hire the whores and I shall observe.
God, of course he likes to watch.
Of course.
All right, Cabert is going to take that as a cue to get the fuck out of there. I will investigate Hodgepodge Dodge. It sounds
interesting.
very
Okay.
fun for agility and ample opportunity to sweat.
Okay, now I will remind you all that while you're wearing your little bracelets, there are some wackiness will be afoot once you go into each of these rooms. We'll keep this in mind as later on. And like I hope you told you before, please, for the moment, keep a copy of your stats as they are now.
Yes.
So, all right, so we'll start with the whores. Who wants to go? We'll start with the whorehouse first. Who wants to go to the whorehouse?
Okay, gang, let's split up and look for booze. Or clues. One of those. See you back here in 3 days.
Moog was originally going to go to the whorehouse, but now that he knows about Jorcerer, the voyeurer.
Nice. Well played.
That adds an element to it. It
Yeah.
really does.
Yeah, I think I'll go with Cabert.
All right, so Jorcerer on this side, Stan's going over there. Moog and Cabert over here. You guys are going to the Hodgepodge Dodge. And Claudia, where'd you want to go?
Claudia originally wanted to go to the zoo, but she thinks going to the whorehouse will be very similar. So she'll go with go with them. Yeah.
Claudia, savage as ever.
Okay, we'll start with the whores.
Now that I think about it, we probably should have sent Cabert to the zoo. That would have been useful. But I didn't think of it, so sorry, guys.
I did. I just thought he would rather go to the agility course.
Also, I'm assuming that Cabert's going to do anything I ask him to, which, let's be real, this is not really how the group dynamic works.
All right, so we should also have a team bucket up here, so we're going to see it. Cool. All right, so we're going to get a quick second. We're moving into the brothel. We'll start with these guys first. All right, so you go out your main doors, you go into the decks, and you find all the different portals, because on the one deck where all the portals lead to the activities, you see there's a lot of people lining up going to the brothel. So you walk in, go through the portal, and boom, as soon as you walk in, it's wow, wow, wow. All the music is playing. The lights are low. It is when you walk in, you immediately get hit with that scent of that musk. There is a lot going on here. So coming into the room immediately, you see the ropes. The ropes are right there in front of you, prevent anybody from underage from entering the brothel.
That's reassuring.
Right ahead of you, to your left, you will see the torture dungeon for those who happen to be into BDSM. Above that, to your upper left, there is a bar section to rehydrate your fluids. Directly dead center is affectionately known as the pile. You get in, and whatever happens, happens. You have several beds that are out in the open for pleasure, for watching, or for wanking. To the northeast, you have a pen where the druid himself will change you to any animal of your pleasure. That way, it doesn't make it any more weird than it actually has to be, knowing that it is not really an animal, but is a person turning into an animal for your consent. And then private rooms to the very, very north.
Yeah, nice caveat on the end there, Gibby.
You're welcome.
I'm sure many of our listeners are animal fuckers, and they need...
Nothing says we love our fans like calling them animal fuckers.
That's for you guys. You don't have to feel bad all the time. Not in this world of fantasy. Hooray!
Yeah, Junior Adventurers is starting to get a little old. Maybe we need a new title, Animal Fuckers, sure.
Yeah. What's up, horse fuckers? Badger biters? Yeah.
Stan will say to Cabert, not Cabert, he's gone, Claudia. Now, Claudia, I may appear to be the affectation of a horny old man, but here is my reasoning. And he will adjust his robe and speedos. Basically, when people go to a house of repute such as this, they tend to get a little bit chatty in the afterglow, if you will, a bit of pillow talk. So talking to these working girls and gentlemen is probably the most likely to get us the skinny, the lowdown on this place. Also laid.
Claudia's just standing there wide-eyed, jaw slack, looking around. She's here to steal stuff.
Well, make your way and let me know whatever it is you want to do.
People in the pile, I'm assuming they don't have clothes on. Are there clothes?
They do. Well, some do, some don't. It is just a giant pile of bearskin. So it's a lot of flesh. There is some people like me. It's kind of going to the pool. Some people that they want to wear a shirt while they go swimming. Some people they might be Donald Ducking it. There's some nudity. Some people like just pull things to the side. Some people like to do it through the hole. So.
Oh, okay, got it. Where do they stash their belongings?
It's kind of all over the perimeter of the pile.
Nice. Okay, she's going to scooch her way that way.
Okay.
Jorcerer, I assume Claudia's looking for information for solving this murder case. She's definitely going for that man's pants.
Jorcerer likes her thinking the pile is a good way to rule out a lot of suspects at once.
That is true.
Oh, no.
I shall refill my cup with the sweat of the murderer, take a good long sniff.
Okay.
As I take off my clothes and approach, I'm looking for people with horns or tails or hooves.
I'm going to put you over towards the pile. You go into as deep into the pile as you feel comfortable. Right now, I'll put you on the perimeter.
Aren't you glad you didn't go there, Cabert?
He's basically our sniffer dog at this point. He's just going to start licking strangers.
You go up to the pile and give me people are very occupied with what's going on because they're in the middle of an orgy. It's a good 10 a.m. orgy. It's a pre-brunch orgy. So give me a persuasion roll to get anybody to notice you.
I don't really want people to notice me.
You just said hello.
Well, I always say that.
Okay.
And it's always attention grabbing every time.
Doesn't mean it's intentional, but
all right. Well, fair enough.
50% of the time, it works every time.
He could be using it in the British sense. He could have been about to follow up with what's all this then.
I kind of just threw some just random folks in there, but you're looking for things in Infernal. I would say there's at least one or two tieflings that are in there, so they definitely have Infernal lineage.
Excellent. All right, what should I roll to, start sniffing without being too conspicuous? Or should I just, cannonball in there?
I don't know, yeah. You're in a fuck pile, dude. It's already conspicuous.
Being conspicuous, how do I there's so many layers to unpack. Just roll something, we'll fluck and fly with it. You just
sit there balls deep in someone. How do I sniff this guy discreetly?
I'm going to roll animal handling.
Okay. A 12. You got your inner primate, you got your musk rolling. It's above average. So, you start wading your way into the pile. You kind of you definitely, there's a sniff from a certain direction, but there's a lot of just crotch and ass and sweat. And, so it's kind of hard to distinguish what's going on.
All right. Well, I'm going to continue sniffing for a while. You can go on to somebody else.
Okay, cool. Claudia, you're trying to steal some stuff?
Yeah, she found anything yet? Money, clues?
I mean, there are some clothes that are laying around kind of thing. Now, you will notice that there is one guy on the bed who's kind of doing that. Unfortunately, he's like that voyeuristic watch. He's not really touching himself, but just kind of touching himself. He's to the northeast, his merchant up there. And there's also the bartenders over here to the left who are also watching the stuff at the pile. So if you're trying to steal anything, give me a sleight of hand roll.
Okay.
20. All right, that's pretty good. Let me see. Give me some dice. I'm going to roll 3 dice, roll 1 for each of these guys. One guy's got the natural 20. So this shirtless gentleman here who is very buff, looks like he's from a monk descent, is he sees you, you see him, he sees you. He's like, mm-mm.
Fine. She'll just pretend to try on the clothes, and then I'm assuming they're too big, but she does like to wear costumes.
There's a variety of clothes. Also, he's watching, he gives you it gives you a look that's those are not your clothes, ma'am. So
she'll put them back down.
There it is. Stan, what do you want to
do? Carefully ignoring his colleagues, Stan will approach the bar.
Okay.
And start making general inquiries.
All right. So you definitely see a shirtless guy with he's buff, he's hairless, he's pierced nipples, and he's got an eye on Claudia right now. He kind of looked away from her, sees you, what can I do for you, bud?
I'm glad I don't know that, woman. A fine dry white wine, if you would, please, my good sir.
Did you not bring your cup?
Yeah, well, what's the point of this fucking bar, then?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you want anything special. I mean, you could,
Sometimes I just like a handsome man to bring me a drink.
Oh, we could do that too. And he gets it. Some people leave their cup back in their room. Some people bring it with them. It's your call. So I'm just asking, did you bring your cup?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I mean, I'll give you a drink here.
I don't know what these cups look like, but now I'm imagining, like plastic with light up bottom and it says Whimsy. Like, giving your cup.
It's definitely like a Mardi Gras style, yeah.
That's the wonderful thing about theatre of the mind. Strongest idea wins. So Stan's previously quite tasteful cup just transforms into that monstrosity now.
LED lights flashing, yeah.
I don't want to drink out of this.
Every time you take a sip, it's like it's
proper drink in a normal glass, please.
Please, Shania Twain's Girls, Okay, he'll make a nice dry white wine spritzer for you and put it up on the bar.
So have you worked here long, bar person?
Dale, and I've been working here for about it's my fourth year on the Whimsy.
4 years on the Whimsy, hey Dale. I assume you heard about the grisly murder.
Poor Beth. Yeah. We've been trying to keep it low. The staff knows, but we're keeping it away from the crew, which means that you're probably, let me guess, you don't look very innocent. You're probably one of the bastards, aren't you?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'm perfectly innocent, as far as this boat knows.
That Speedo, sir, says to the contrary.
It is something of a crime, but aren't we all a little bit guilty in this room? Yes.
Yeah.
Poor dead Beth. Did you know her well? Was she well liked? Did she have anybody who, for instance, might want to murder her?
I mean, she was working directly under Julie, so
Julie.
She was kind of like the secondary cruise director. So when Julie wasn't around, she was the next in charge. She was training to take over the lead position, like basically the director for like this talent relation and they're basically the captain's right hand. They do everything. So.
Talent relation, you say? Did she deal with many infernals?
I mean, he points around to the room. There's like a couple of professional prostitutes over on that bed. There's a tiefling over in that bed, like filleting an Aarakocra. There's probably one or two more over there in the private bedrooms. There's definitely one. People do like the tieflings because it's kind of like they like that hot goth guy or girl. So we keep one or two that always in the pile because it always turns up the mix. It's kind of like playing a 9 Inch Nails song to get everybody horny in a bar. So yeah, we keep a few around.
Yes, I'm familiar with 9 Inch Nails. Okay, well, it sounds like Beth was well liked by her tiefling talent management. No enemies, no dark secrets.
No, I mean, here's the thing: to be on this boat, you kind of got to be a family. You're around each other, in very tight quarters for a long time. So if you don't have the right vibe, you don't tend to last on these ships. So,
and God knows, family never murder each other. Yeah. Okay, Dale, you've been wonderful company. I'm off to just circulate and,
You said circulate or succulate?
Well, a bit of both. Why not?
Oh, all right. I'm just
10 a.m.
No wrong answers in this room.
Can I watch?
Wait a minute. Are you actually a barman or are you just a pervert behind a bar?
Are they mutually exclusive?
Yeah, you're opening a can of worms on that one, buddy.
I specifically, he starts flexing his chest. He's making his pecs dance and like the little bells on his nipple ring start to jingle.
Okay. Well, that answers my question. Thank you, Dale. Toodaloo.
Later, sweet stuff. All right, so we're going to let you guys marinate in your juices for a little bit. We're going to hop over to the other people. So, so let me ask, did you guys want to go to their version of laser tag or the obstacle course?
Us, the dodgy ones?
Yes.
Okay, just want to make sure.
There's two. There's one that's an obstacle course and one that's kind of like laser tag. They both have a similar vibe, but it depends on which one you want to do.
I feel like Cabert would go obstacle course.
Yeah.
Okay. The hodgepodge dodge then. Got it.
Yep.
The hodgepodge dodge. Yes, that was the one.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Yeah, and what was the other one? Yeah, play your day away. That was the other one I was trying to remember. Not a problem.
And Moog is definitely bringing his cup with him.
Okay, bring in your cup. Cool.
I built Cabert with a few basic truths, and one of them is he likes to run.
Okay, cool.
So he's gone for the obstacle course, and I did want to see a horse play laser tag.
Well, I mean, I assume we're going to get more than one round.
You have plenty of time. Like, you've got 12 days on this thing. So you guys worry at all. All right. So let me drag you guys over to...
How much laser tag do you have to play before you get levels in Rogue?
Well, it's funny you mentioned that. So for you people in the sex brothel, like I didn't know the kind of brothel. Where did I put it?
The waffle brothel.
Oh my god, that's fuck, cut that out. That's gonna be the name of our restaurant.
So everybody who's in the sex club, your charisma goes up by 1 and your wisdom goes down by 1. So on your D&D Beyond sheet, click your wisdom, your charisma goes up by 1 and wisdom goes down by 1.
Oh my. Where am I clicking this?
Okay, so on your D&D Beyond character sheet,
Yes.
whatever you can like click on your wisdom, and you can like there's like a little thing should pop up. You can hit +1 to it, or just manually override it.
Oh, I just did a check.
No. I'm not saying like click it. I'm saying you literally just go into the scores and +1, or if nothing else, we'll write it down. We'll fix it later. So, but everybody in the sex club, charisma up 1, wisdom down 1, because working in the sex club, oh yeah, you get the riz. Spending a lot of time in there, bad idea. No wisdom. That is a bad idea all the way around.
Reasonable, yeah.
All right, you gentlemen here. Welcome to the Hodgepodge Dodge. Your goal, as you walk into this space, you come to and all of a sudden it looks like you're in this void of time and space. And the voice is like, your goal is to cross the oh fuck it. Get across the damn thing and have a lot of fun. Beware of the obstacles, and as you can kind of see the starts you go over, you can kind of see what goes up and down based on the size of the maps and the way things go. You've got to touch each of the golden pillars. If you fall off, you'll pop back to various spots. It's kind of like a big video game of dexterity. So,
Cabert will silently, intensely adjust his tie.
Okay.
Other players?
No, this is one of the rooms where you come in, and it's always a individual instance. Whoever comes in together. So it's just you two.
There's no opportunity to kill elves here.
Okay, so explain to me what the plank is.
Okay, that's a balance beam. So you will start going to your right, going across the balance beam and up a ladder to that first platform.
Gotcha. And the purple ones are not an alternative route, I'm guessing then.
No. Your goal is you've got to touch all the gold ones. The purple ones give you bonuses, but yes, you're trying to touch all the gold ones.
Okay. I will attempt to start running the obstacle course. Not a lot of.
And you try to come back around to where you start. So yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
I guess
do this.
Start running. Not really a lot of.
You ever seen Wipeout? It's a lot like that. So
Hell yeah. All right. Now imagine a horse on Wipeout. There you go,
yes.
Steve.
I am imagining that, and I'm having a great time.
I'm kind of mad they didn't do that one. This is a random tangent. Did anybody watch Frogger, the knockoff Wipeout that was themed around Frogger?
No, I did not.
No.
It was mostly forgettable. It was fun as any of those shows ever are, with the exception of the one time they fucked up and let a Cirque du Soleil acrobat compete as one of the people. And I'm going to tell you, if you can find it, just look up that one episode and watch this man dominate a fucking obstacle course like it is a fucking children's plaything.
What was the one where you had to jump through the cutout? There was that other show.
Oh, the wall, something like the
maybe like
wall.
you got to stand like the man with the arms out wide, or like get through so you don't get smashed or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, this is not going to be that. This is going to be a horse on Wipeout.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You have 35 feet across this balance beam to go across. To get across that, it's very simple. DC 10 of acrobatics or athletics, your call.
It's a good day to have a 40-foot movement speed then.
Yep. Well, you still got to cross it, so...
You said acrobatics or what was it?
Athletics.
All right. Let's do this.
Cabert gets a 6. All right.
You get halfway across and fall off the balance beam.
Moog gets a...
I want, Moog, you can note if you so care, Cabert's legs never stop as he falls. He's still running.
All right, so you fall off this infinite void. And like Moog, as you look down, he falls down to the infinite void. Then you look above, you hear the sound from above you as he's falling back down. And lands on this platform. And you're going to take 1d6 of fall damage. Take 4 fall damage. It's temporary hit points.
Moog gets a 25.
And then I will set my temporary hit points to 38 and then take away 4.
There you go. So you jump all the way. You get to that super easy. Up the ladder. Give me another roll.
All right.
Now when you get to the top,
A 6.
okay, you get to the top, and there's a fire ring right there. You slip and fall off. And like you start. The problem is like you fall from the top to the bottom. You keep going back and back and back until you fall back over here again. And you take 5 temporary hit points of fall damage. Cabert, you want to try again?
Heck yeah.
Okay.
I want to be clear. He never stops. Like, he hits and he just is going again. Like, I'm respecting the rules of turns, but in game, Cabert is just fucking going. Like,
This is his thing.
no stop.
Okay. So give me just a DC 10 to cross of athletics or acrobatics, your choice to get across.
11. Woo!
All right. Now give me another one to climb this ladder. This should be like this 20-foot ladder.
Oh boy.
As a horse body.
Hope you didn't skip arm day.
15.
I will take it. You get up, you somersault over the fire, the ring of fire, and then you hit the ladder and you hit the gold plate, bling, 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 and it lights up. Like that's the first one. You hang there for a second. Moog, your turn. Or you just want to keep going till you fall. How do you guys want to do this?
He is going to rear back like a horse that just won the race and do a big kick to the air and then get ready for my next run.
All right, Moog, you want to run across?
Moog will envision that Cabert is an elf, and he can't let an elf beat him.
That's true.
14.
You get across easy, and now climb the ladder.
All right. 23.
You are right there also in this first winter circle with him.
And inexplicably, he's like yelling at Cabert, "Elf, no beat Moog!"
Sure thing.
Okay. While you guys are in your first round there, let's hop back over to the perverts.
Sounds appropriate.
All right.
Perverts.
Jorcerer has a plan.
Okay, what's your plan?
I shall penetrate further into the pile. My wonder is aroused. My charisma is heightened. So, which I will need for this. I want to seek out the most occupied and perhaps drunkest tiefling or any other infernal type creature.
Okay. You weasel, like I imagine it's kind of like, you ever seen, remember when the Grinch kind of slithers around the presents in the old cartoon? I imagine that's what you're doing, but around perverts.
Yeah, sure.
You kind of slither your way through. You get through those, and there's a tiefling. I'll make a copy here. Hang on.
You're a damp one, Mr. Grinch.
There's a tiefling on the other side of this. Well, let's just this customer, and let's see. They appear to be like a sweaty mage from the Midwest. Like they got the
Sweaty
tan
is
lines
good.
and like that. Yeah, sweaty mage from the tan lines, and they're going to town on each other in a very romantic, as one can do with a pile driver position. You're on the wrong side, so like tiefling here, this mage here, pile driving, and you are on this side of this thing going on. Tiefling's doing a lot of the work.
All right, cool. I shall mosey on over. I want to get my face as close to the tiefling's crotch as possible.
Well, okay. You know what? Just give me.
Just gonna keep going until there's an objection.
I want to say have this. Here's the thing. You can get there, not a problem. The question is like whether or not you're asked to join in or pushed away. It really depends on your charisma roll. So give me a persuasion roll.
Good day. All right, persuasion.
It was.
A 9.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's not
That's with a
good.
+7.
Yeah, that's really bad. So that's almost the worst you can get. So, you ever been like? Well, I'll put it this way, dude. You get in real close. He sees it. Your vibe is just off. You want it too bad. So he kind of pulls out, pokes you in the eye with it, and goes back to work. And you fall back staggered, with just a painful eye.
He pokes me in the eye with what?
his wonder.
All right. Well, that's exactly what I needed. Can I
cool.
make a
A sniff check.
Well, I mean, I guess they can be combined. I'm looking for a perception or investigation.
You know what? Because you got poked in the eye, give me an investigation with.
I'm looking for crabs.
Wait, what?
Huh?
Okay.
And I mean, he got it right up next to the eye.
Okay. Well, you also got poked in the eye, so give me an investigation with disadvantage due to the eye pain.
All right, I'm rolling twice.
You weren't expecting that. Yep. We'll take the 9. From what you saw briefly, you saw no crabs. I'll give you that. So he's pretty smooth. So there's not a lot of hair there to begin with. So.
All right. Any special smells?
Other than musk and the mage that he
I'm
was
looking
drilling?
for a particular sweaty musk.
You're looking for that particular sweaty musk. Okay,
Yeah.
Give me a history check. Give me a history roll.
History. All right.
Yep, because you're trying to use your recent history. You're comparing what you just smelled versus what you did. As near as you can tell, this is
6.
not the same person. Yeah.
All right, that's good enough for me. I declare you innocent.
He's pile driving a mage from the Midwest. He's like, "You sure about that, bud?"
Oh, Lord. Okay, averting her eyes, Claudia's going to make her way around.
Which direction?
Good point.
Now, I'll let you know. Oh, by the way, there is. Remember all your torture sex things? There's an entire table full of that down here too. This is the bondage section. So,
Okay.
I know you like to steal those things from before. So,
So there's a watcher guy or person in this green
Yes.
bed.
Yep.
She's going to go over to them and say,
okay. Hello.
how long have you been here?
This morning, just 2 hours or so. I love this.
Ew. And also, have you heard of any mysteries on this ship? I heard there's...
Tell me more about yourself.
Oh, God.
You are interesting.
You know, Claudia's not the cleanest person, but she feels really dirty now.
I like that,
All right, this guy's obviously not going to...
You mean the guy in the whorehouse watching a thing he's not someone to talk to? Oh, my God.
All right, she's going to keep making her way around the pile.
Okay. As you walk near the pen, the elf druid, he's there. He's like, "Hey, lady, is there anything you looking for particularly?" Shifts into a horse. Stomps a few times.
Wow, that's some pretty big assumptions about me. So have you been employed here long?
He stamps his foot 3 times.
Excellent. 3 for yes, 2 for no.
He shakes his mane. No.
Are you aware of Bethany, the poor person who was murdered on this boat?
The horse kind of gives you this puzzled, shakes its head, and it'll stomps its foot, and then nods its head up and down if you realize what you're actually talking about. And you said death, and he no. Oh, got it. Okay, yeah, he's.
Did she ever come in here?
Have you ever seen a horse look just exasperated? He shifts back. He wild shifts back to his form. Like, "Hey, lady, I only got a few of these a day. Are you gonna fuck this horse or not?"
A few of what a day?
Wild shapes. Okay, I can only do so many per day, and I just wasted one. You look like a horse. I mean, listen, no offense. A lot of ladies come over here. They always have the, I do but don't want to do the horse thing. Blah blah blah. It's totally cool. I understand. But sorry if I misjudged you. You just kind of have that I want to fuck a horse vibe. So my apologies. But now that I'm looking at you, bear. Do you like bear? Is that your thing?
Oh wow.
Well, you're literally wearing a bear skin. So.
Let's save that thought for later. But really, did she ever come in here?
Oh, you mean Beth? I mean, time to time, not leisurely, but like on a professional basis, I don't know. I don't think maybe she's dating somebody. I mean, I don't know. Like a lot of the cruise directors and the backups are always like, they're so busy. They don't have time for relationships. So unless she was dating, Julie, but so she doesn't really come in here other than to take accountability, check drinks, make sure we're okay, make sure we're hydrated, see if we need to be tagged out, it's chafing, help supply, just boss stuff. That's about it.
Okay. Got it. So she was dating Julie.
Maybe.
Thanks. You've been very helpful. Yeah, that's all.
I mean, bear? Yes? No? I'm going to ask this. I'm not going to waste a wild shape on this. So.
No.
Oh, well, fine. Hey, anybody want to fuck a bear? Hello?
I'm impressed by how confident he was that Claudia definitely wanted to fuck a horse. Like I say, this is his job. He can only do this a few times a day. And just now there's a lady who wants to get fucked by a horse.
I mean, is she still wearing dead flesh of other animals? Because, I mean, there's certainly context clues to be read. I'm not sure he's reading them right, but...
It's like, well, someone walks in, lady, looks timid, circumvents the thing, doesn't like the obvious pervert there, and then starts working her way towards the pen, and she's wearing nothing but furs and nature. Yeah, that's a horse fucker. So
Thank you very much. This is my fursona.
my bad. Stan.
I think it would have been funnier if she was the horse. She did turn out to be a horse fucker, but not receiving.
Oh, nice. Well done, sir.
And this is
Well
like...
done.
It's the moral of today's episodes is not to make assumptions about people, I think.
It's definitely
Speaking
a
of
don't
making
ask.
assumptions
ask.
about people, Stan will approach what appears to be the only woman not in the fuck pile.
Yep.
I assume she works here.
Hello, darling. Would you like to be spanked?
Oh, you know what? I was actually hoping for...
Dita, to put them on the rack for me. And this large, muscular man comes around and starts to pick you up and put you on the rack. I will spank your bottom and make you have a good day. Yes.
No, don't just pick up a man. Put me down immediately, sir, please.
Dieter looks to her and she's fine.
Don't look at her, look at me. This is, I'm in charge of my own body, thank you.
People that come into my section want their autonomy taken away in a safe space. I'm sorry, I apologize. You just look like you want to be spanked and have a thumb in your butt.
Maybe put that on a sign.
Oh, this is your first time on the Grand Whimsy then. I am sorry.
Yes, well, you must get people who do come in here. I'm starting to wonder how many people you've put on that rack and shoved something up their ass, and they didn't even have a chance to say no thank you.
She points to at least 3 people in the pile.
Yeah.
And the one to backseat on the bed to your right licking himself. So.
Oh, I see. Is that a human pretending to be an animal or an animal pretending to be an animal? You know what? Never mind. I don't care.
What do you need, darling?
From you? You know what? I've already spent... I've been traveling, so... I've already done the long, hard on the dirt road thing. I don't need it today. I was hoping for something a little softer. A little sparkling...
She goes and gets a feather.
You know, there used to be a time when you could find a lady for some charming conversation, have a few drinks, you get blackout drunk and rail her.
Darling, if that's what you need, then you need. She goes inside the cage and she just pours a cup of tea. Come on in, have a seat.
Oh, see, this is more like it. So, yes.
Dita! And she slams the cage is shut, but she's really just pouring your tea, just politely, calmly.
I don't know
This
why
is your
we
king.
need
She's
the
here
tea
to
cage,
services. Yeah.
but it is quite cozy cage as far as cages go. Spend a lot of time in a cage.
More than you think, darling.
You know who should spend time in a cage, no?
Oh, who's that?
Murderers, probably, I think. What about you?
Oh, you're talking about the Beth. Yes.
Poor old Death Beth.
Yes, dead Beth. It's very sad. She died was earlier this morning. I don't really give a shit. She was kind of a tyrant boss. She did not bring me the duck fat for the lubricant. She was very cruel to the sex workers.
Cruel to the sex workers, you say?
She looked down on us, darling. And our workers work, and I don't appreciate that.
Well, no, of course you bring in a lot of business here. Perhaps a little enthusiastic about your job. Maybe just a sign next time, I think. But, yes, we can't have that. People looking down on you for doing an honest.
Do you know
day's
the
work.
name of the club, by the way, darling? No Holds Barred. It's kind of the name is. It's right there on the right.
Oh,
right
I like
there
a
on the sign.
pun, but I also like clear warning. I'm about to be anally violated. Just a heads up before a hands up. If you
She
get my
rolls her
meaning.
eyes and she's like, all right, I'll take this under advisement. Sips her tea.
This is just customer feedback, darling. It's not personal. I know you're a professional. So, yeah, so Beth thought she was a little bit above you, did she? That's interesting, because I've heard nothing but sweet praise for dear old dead Beth.
I'm sure the other departments found her very, I've been on the ship for a very long time. It's my 14th year on the ship, and I'm one of the 14 years. I worked my way up to this is my section. I control it, and I don't like a new person coming along telling me what I can and cannot do when it comes to how I want to violate my people.
But probably not enough just to kill her with infernal magic of some kind. Do you do much infernal magic?
No. I mean, I make people see God or the devil, but but not magic. No, darling. I prefer and she's like, as she's saying this, like she sips her tea and then she picks up a coin and she's rubbing over the back of her knuckles, like it's like mercury. You clearly get like a lot of like roguish kind of vibes from her. She's like, no, I specialize in other places, other locations. Very dexterous fingers.
Oh, now that is cool. I like that. That's the kind of magic I could get behind.
Get behind? Dita!
Darling, just finish my tea, okay? It's been absolutely enchanting. I am looking for the killer of poor Beth. If her only crime was being a little bit superior, I don't think she deserved what happened to her. But if you have any other thoughts, please do.
Well, I mean, it's the staff probably would not have turned on her. It's the thing. For what I understand, though, is like each one of these rooms is a transdimensional space, and she was found. I forget where she was found. We just heard the stories, but like you can't get in and out of these spaces unless you have a bracelet. We work in here, so it's very possible that it's probably someone on the crew, or not the crew, one of the passengers. However, when they're wearing these special bracelets, yours looks different though. They can't use their powers, so it has to be someone who has the access to powers and a creature that can go through transdimensional spaces.
I see. And have you met anyone suspicious of that description in the last
It's
few
only
weeks?
10 o'clock so far, darling. I have a long way to go.
Yes, there's a lot of people coming in and out here, or in and out and coming. Anyway.
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Well, maybe I'll look you up later. You're a charmer. Farewell, lovely. I'm off to solve a mystery. Probably get my dick wet.
That you've never a gentleman, but my name is Elsa. So.
Elsa, Ashante, Toodaloo.
Butt stuff later?
Yes.
Okay. All right. We will jump back over to the gentleman trying to play in the obstacle course.
A very different kind of story.
I'm definitely
We're doing
challenging
American Gladiators, motherfucker.
Exactly. All right, Cabert. What it appears you need to get a running. Now you can go down the ladder, but that's only going to lead you back to another platform, back to the start. So to get to the next gold platform, it looks like you got to jump off over the fire, grab the rope, and land on the purple platform.
All right, what do I roll for that?
This is slightly more difficult. The rope's not too far out, so with a running start, you're going to. I'm going to give me a 12 athletics or acrobatics.
Okay, actually, can Moog go first? I have something I want to check.
Yes, by all means. Moog, would you like to go first?
This reminds Moog of test of manhood when Moog was a boy, except Moog was covered in blood and thrown into a pit of wild dogs.
Okay.
All right, athletics.
Yep.
All right.
Or acrobatics.
Here we go. 22.
Yeah, you not only like jump off, catch the rope, you kind of do that backflip thing and land perfectly on over the purple fire and land here very easily. What appears to be like this spider web like net. Remember those rope nets as kids? You basically got to cross that and climb slightly uphill to get to this platform.
All right.
Go for it. I mean, since Cabert's work, unless you were like you want to go now, Drew, or do you want to let him try to get to the next platform?
I can go ahead and go. My plan to summon a bear spirit, I don't think is going to work.
It is not.
Yeah, it almost advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. So if it's strength-based skills, we would have been there.
When you try to cast spells in here, they don't work.
Oh, it's not a spell. That's a spirit totem. That's
okay.
That's an ability.
All right.
But it wouldn't boost me the way I would need. So we're gonna go acrobatics.
Okay.
Horse run. 21.
Just like before, just like him, you catch it, grab that, flip in midair, and land right beside him. By the way, while you guys are in this room, I might as well just help you out because I helped them out earlier. You are in, which one is it? Hodgepodge Dodge. Dex goes up by 1, int goes down by 1.
Okie dokie. One point, not one bonus, right?
1 point. So
okay.
If your Dex was a 17, it's now an 18. If your int, if it was a 16, it's now a 15. So
okay.
So you're a little more dexterous, but a little dumber.
For me, either way. Although now how the fuck do you change this thing? All right, I'll worry about it later. It doesn't change my scores.
You press the actual word of the attribute.
There's a thing when you click the word, it says other modifier.
Oh, no, that was a roll. That wasn't what I wanted to do. All right, I'll just go into the actual sheet. It'll be fine.
Yep. All right, Moog, you're up.
Oh, this reminds Moog of growing up. There were giant spiders in forest. We used to feed elf children to them.
Like, you ever been to a carnival and you've seen like those rope things you try to climb up to ring the bell? You got to start low. And it's like the wobbly the rope ladder. It's kind of like that, but it is big spider web. So a 9. Okay, so you get about
that was not my roll.
Sorry, that was me.
Okay.
6.
All right.
Okay, that was him.
Sometimes giant spiders win.
You get up to there and you just like stuck because you're now stuck on a spider web. This platform above you is rotating, and these things like are spitting fire. Like this big platform here with the fire purple stuff shooting out. It's gonna. So you're stuck halfway up. So it won't take you much to get strength-wise, but you're stuck at the moment. Cabert, you're up.
All right. We're still athletics or acrobatics, right? Mm-hmm. Okie dokie. 12.
Okay, you get halfway up, and give me another roll pushing off of Moog, who's stuck there.
Okie dokie.
But this is with advantage now because you got a Moog there. 20. You get up, you dodge the fire. It doesn't matter, you're good. And you are now into this purple ring of fire. Or you should be over past the purple flames into this ring of fire, and the next bloop, 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 the thing lights up. You have conquered platform number 2.
All right, I once again do the rear back, horse punching the sky.
Moog, give me just a pure athletics or strength, pure athletics roll to pull yourself free.
11.
Fine, you're free. Now give me an athletics or acrobatics roll to clear all the rest of the way up.
20.
Yep, not a problem. You two are now. Next prize.
Moog feel like he touched Jorcerer.
All right, ahead of you now it's a much more narrower beam, but each log is spinning it, like each section is spinning in a different direction. So left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So to get to this platform, who would like to try it first? This is going to go up a little bit. So this is like, now you can maybe try to work in tandem, but these are spinning logs. And it's a much more narrow.
There's one absolute truth about Moog, and it's that we're not going to be working together.
Just checking. So this goes up.
Unless there's an elf we need to kill for specific reasons, in which case, like, that's the moment the stars align.
All right, so I need a DC. What was it? It's 10 to get across the first one. So this is a 13.
Here goes nothing. And that is exactly what I rolled with a 5.
Your foot hits it, spins. What the fuck? And
who could have thought this would be bad for a horse?
You fall through the nothingness and reappear at the top of the nothingness, landing on the platform, taking 6 fall damage. Temporary.
Already.
And this is what Moog say about teamwork. 22.
Like straight across. All right, from your position here, there is basically what appears to be a save point. If you want to come back at the top, like this one up here, you just climb up, and it's basically just a save point. The next time you come in, or you can go to your left, and it looks like you can jump down to this purple thing, climb a beam and crawl over, climb down a chain, or way down low, way below, there appears to be a catapult that's intent to launch you to. Maybe back. It looks like it's like you can aim the direction of which platform you want it to go to.
Oh, we got to do the catapult.
Well, you've also. I mean, you're on 3. You've got to hit all 4 gold ones and then get back to the beginning.
Well, you said we can change the direction of the catapult, so
yes,
catapult
you can.
Towards the gold one.
Give it a shot. But now you are jumping off of. It's a big fall. That's the problem. So it is I tried to put the scale here. Like I made it very small. So it is very far down there, and that distance is weird. So I'm going to need athletics roll DC 18 to land on it, and then we're going to do an acrobatics roll to see if you stay on it. Okay. So athletics.
Because just like
17. Boom! You hit it. Your knees crack. You're definitely going to take some fall damage on that one. So you're going to do just 1, and then but you fall off into the nothingness because and you flip, spin, and you land back onto this platform. Crack. All right, Cabert.
All right, my turn to bust some ass. All right. 18!
Nice. Right across. You ever watch, it's like just watching those Wipeout videos, that little tiny Asian housewife with the tiny feet straight across, ninja steps it.
I'm just imagining a horse running across rolling logs, his little feet.
I like to think you turn kind of sideways, you kind of moonwalked it a little bit, so that is, you're both there right now. We only have a little bit of time left in this particular episode, so let's jump back to the horrors real fast.
The horse? You're already on the horse.
Let's jump back to the horrors real quick.
A horse by any other name.
Claudia is never going to be able to make eye contact with Cabert again.
He'll think she heard about his awesome performance and was just too intimidated.
All right, so what I would like for this particular moment, before I come to each one of you, your little bracelet begins to blink, and you hear the sound of Moog going, fuck, as he fell off the last thing. Because he bumped his thing, and he hit the bracelet, it activated. So the communications device between the parties involved, because everybody who's in the particular room now has a communication device on their wrists. So all of you hear Moog screaming, "What the fuck?" and whatever else Moog screams as he falls, and then hits the ground.
That's Moog.
That's our Moog. Always screaming about something. They sound like they're having an excellent time.
Moog, you hear them talking about you.
Moog hearing sticky wizard voices again.
So all of you realize at this point, yes, you can talk to each other in whichever room you're in.
Oh, interesting.
Stan's extra glad he didn't end up on that wreck then.
All right, Claudia, what would you like to do now that you are back into the horror room? So,
she will say into her wristband, "I have found out that Julie dated Bethany."
Just Beth, because the real life person in the community reached out to me. He's like, "Why do you keep trying to kill me, Gibbs?" So using their real names, let's just go with Beth. Just Beth.
Okay, she'll call her Death.
Yeah, Bethany. Yeah, Death.
Say Daphne was dating someone. I've heard that she was not quite as well loved by our sex worker community as was made out.
You hear over your transponder. So Julie is filthy elf lover. This must be dealt with.
That is true.
Jorcerer, what did you pick up? I mean, information-wise.
I am. I've got one last plan to do. So I'm. Just keep your distance.
Okay.
Not a problem.
All right. Well, Jorcerer realizes the flaw in his previous plan. It would just take forever to individually go to each of these infernals one by one. So I'm going to get them to come to me.
Okay.
Jorcerer would like to fill his goblet with some hot pink, paint or whatever, and I'm going to rub some on my lips. And then I'm going to paint a message on my chest that says, let's see, I wrote it down. I hunger for hot, burning genitals.
Oh, no.
And then I just want to look sexy.
All right.
Somebody give that man gonorrhea.
Before we sign off for this particular episode, Claudia and Stan.
Oh, good. I was really hoping that wasn't the last thing I said on this episode.
Exactly. Have you seen? I assume, I talk to the players now. I assume you've seen zombie movies when they smell brains, and the pile begins to move as one onto Jorcerer, surrounding him, closing in on him, slowly crushing him, and you're actually starting to worry because the pile is literally it is now a wall of flesh that is crushing your friend Jorcerer, who has an entire orgy on top of him, killing him.
Those of you about to be bukakied, we salute
That
you.
worked so much better than I thought it would.
Honestly, does anyone think this is how Jorcerer would want to go?
Right.
Yeah.
He's fine,
This is
right?
an ethical dilemma. I don't think we should go in. We might get sucked in into whatever black hole is attracting
I think getting
this mass.
sucked is a given in that situation.
So are the black holes.
Yeah, I've seen society.
On the verge of Jorcerer being crushed by Orgy. It was on all of our bucket. On behalf of Robert Bevan, Emily Kaplan, Steve Wetherell, Rick Waltieri, and Drew Hayes, I'm MK Gibson. We've been the Dicey Bastards. We apologize in advance for this episode, and you all have been great. We'll catch y'all next time.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
This should be the last. We should just quit the podcast now and just end on this cliffhanger.
I also don't know how much of an advance warning it is.
I just realized I can't apologize in advance. Okay, I'll apologize at the end.
Yeah, I posthumously, because I
posthumously,
assume that you're dead from shock.
You've been listening to Dicey Bastards, courtesy of Authors and Dragons. Check us out at authorsanddragons.com or look up our Patreon if you want to support us, get secret content, and hang out on our Discord. Music by the Gorecore 4.
I think getting sucked is a given in that situation.